Hey, what's up, Autograph Cave? My name is Tim Henderson, and I just want to thank Anthony and Brent for putting this page together and carrying it the way they do. I really appreciate it, and I really enjoy being a part of this group of you guys. We were talking, and I've been doing this a long time, and probably 20-something plus years, and started out with through the mail, just like most everybody, and went to in person after a while. And so I have quite a few stories, and we were talking the other day, and so I thought today that I would share one with you guys by a man named Gordon Sumner. Some of you are probably going, who is Gordon Sumner? He actually goes by one name, and you guys I'm sure know him. It's called Sting, from the legendary band The Police. I've met Sting quite a few times over the years, but the first time I ever met him was a pretty cool story. So we started out, got some information on the hotel, got there fairly early because we figured Sting would go out for lunch or something like that. We get to the hotel probably like 9 o'clock in the morning, wait, don't see him. 10 o'clock rolls around, don't see him. 11 o'clock rolls around, don't see him. 12 o'clock rolls around, and we don't see him. So we're like, this is really strange. So we go out to the car to grab, some water, and we turn the radio on, and we hear on the rock station in Atlanta that Sting has been spotted on his bike by the venue. And we were like, oh my gosh, so he must have left the hotel like before 9 o'clock that morning, which is kind of unheard of for rock stars because most of the time they leave and it's, they get up about 10 or 11 or even later, and do like a late lunch or midday lunch, and just wasn't unheard of. We weren't expecting this. So me and a buddy shoot over to the venue. We're driving around the venue, looking everywhere for this guy on a bike. Can't find him. People are posting pictures all day long. He's pulling over, taking pictures with people. We're like, this is not like Sting. It's just unheard of. He's a very to himself type of person usually. So we were riding around. Of course, the autograph chasers can't find him. Everybody who's just doesn't really know him or care, they're like, oh, there's Sting. Let me just take a picture with him. So they're just like, oh, whatever. And we're like, man, we really, really want to find Sting. So we never found him that particular time when they were saying that he was riding his bike. We were at an outdoor venue. I knew the guy who was running Sting's merch booth, and I was talking to him before the concert through the fence of the outdoor venue, and I asked him if they had any signed stuff, and he did. He said Sting had his book and some tour books. I said, cool, I'll take a tour book. How much are they? He told me. And I said, can you swipe my card? And he said, man, I can't. He's like, it's cash only. And I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, well, I had no money. Been chasing Sting all day, was really hoping to see him at this point. And this kind of proves that when you go in, you think it may be an hour or 2 hour wait. I've had many a times where my days turn into nights, and sometimes nights turn into next days or mornings, depending on who you're chasing. But so anyway, I realized at this point I'm not going to get Sting. So pretty disappointed, really wanted him. And so basically I tell him, okay, I'm going to run to an ATM and I'll be right back. So me and a buddy start walking. Walk past the venue. We're going to our car that's kind of parked in behind the venue. And in behind the venue, about 200 or 300 yards past, is just kind of a green pasture looking like flat area. And I see people gathered over there, and they're doing yoga. And I was like, that's kind of strange. And me and my buddy start looking, and in the middle of these people doing yoga is Sting. And we were like, oh my gosh. I mean, we're speechless, but we're like, we don't want to bother him while he's doing yoga. I've read about how he does yoga before his shows to relax and blah, blah, blah. And so we just kind of hang out there. We've got our albums, we're waiting patiently. A couple other autographers walk up, and they're kind of seeing us wait, so they're like, what's going on? So they start looking over at the crowd, and they spot Sting. So by that time, I think there was 3 of us there, maybe 4 at the most. And we see that everything starts to wind down. Sting, shoeless, walks back across the grass. So we kind of start walking toward him. We approach him, super nice. Kind of unheard of because we had heard some pretty bad stories about him. So, you know, we walk up to him. The first guy walks up to him, gets his autograph. I walk up to him. I get a Police album signed, and then I flip, and I get a Sting album signed. Here's my Police album. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'll try to show it to you. And then I flip, and I get the solo album signed because I hear he'll do 2 if you have a solo album. So anyway, so at that point, we've gotten him. We've asked him for a picture. He agrees to a picture. This is kind of where it gets kind of like bad for me, because I was hanging out with a guy who I thought was a friend, you know, and or at least an acquaintance through autographs. And you guys know autographs is kind of cutthroat when you're in person. Anyway, so my camera wasn't working, or we were only using one camera. I can't remember. But basically, I took the picture with a friend's camera. Took a picture, and that was cool. I thought it was cool anyway. I was like, okay, fine, you know, he'll develop it or shoot it to me a little bit later. And to this day, I've still not got my picture. And so it kind of stinks, because I really had a really cool side-by-side picture with Sting posed, which is rare. Since this happened, I have gotten like a selfie with Sting. He's not really looking up. He's just kind of signing some autographs in the background. That's as close as I've came since then. But me and that grapher had kind of a falling out, which stinks. You know, I mean, I even offered to pay the guy couple $100 just for the photo, because I really wanted it, you know. I mean, it's the principle of it. I just wanted my photo with me and Sting that we worked so hard for. But, you know, I had taken a picture for this guy, and apparently he didn't like, you know, exactly how the picture came out, so he held that against me, and that's why he kept it. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. That's years ago, and I'm over it now. But I'm still trying to get that picture with Sting. Hopefully we'll get out of this COVID, and we'll get to go back to getting autographs in person, and maybe I can get a picture with him one day. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I've got some stories with some other people. If you guys want me to share, I'd be happy to. I know Brent did one with his son. I have a really cool one with my daughter and Ed Asner, so maybe I'll share that one sometime if you guys want. And you know, again, I just appreciate the Autograph Cave and what you guys do. And you guys take care, and we'll see you on the road. Also, guys, if you are ever chasing Sting, if you look at these autographs, they are just the S with a little squiggle, even on the Police album. If you're ever chasing him and you want a better autograph, might I suggest buying his book and trying for him with that. I've actually had Sting pull the car over and roll down the window because I had his book. And then the signature that I got from that was nearly every letter Sting. It was really nice. In fact, let me grab it real quick. Kind of an afterthought, but it's okay. Let's see what it looks like here compared to the others. See the difference? Anyway, I thought I'd add that tip in for you guys, because if you want him, he's a nice guy most of the time when you have his book. If you don't, sometimes he thinks there's a lot of eBayers out there, which there are. But yeah, so just wanted to share that with y'all. Have a good day.